All right, this is Erin Shade from Shooting Stars Lacrosse. I want to show you a drill here that Sophia is doing that's going to combine a lot of the things we've talked about. You'll notice that Sophia is racing up, getting low, going hard, and going through the ground ball. She's then making a good hard dodge. She's switched hands, and she's thinking about what Coach Patton said with her shot. She might shoot one high, she might shoot the next middle, she might shoot it low, and she's trying to change it up. With each dodge she's doing, she's trying to make a different move to goal. She set up the balls in a rainbow around the field. What's very important here is you want to think about going with speed and also like you are actually in a game-like situation. That way, when you are in a game-like situation, you have muscle memory on how to do this. So Sophia's going through and doing these balls. We set them up in a rainbow. You can also do it in all different shapes and have to find the balls in all different ways. This is a great drill, not only for you to work on these skills, but it also helps your endurance, which is a very important part of lacrosse. So now what's going to happen is Sophia's changing it up, and they're going to take this drill to the next level. Allison's going to do a very simple drill, but in this situation she has a partner being Sophia, and Sophia's going to give her good hard ground balls so that instead of having to pick up a ground ball, Allison has to react to it. And what I really like you to just notice is that Allison made a mistake and missed it, but she hustled after it and continued the play, which is exactly what would happen in a game-like situation. So if you miss one, no coach is worried about that. What we want to see is how you react to that. And I love Allison's reaction. So again, you can start by doing this with stationary balls, especially if you're alone. But if you have a partner, a sibling, a parent who can do this, have them throw some good hard balls so that you have to work on your reaction and then your decision making on how you will get to goal and help your team by getting off a good hard shot. Another drill that you could do that encompasses a lot of these skills all at once, this is a basic feeding drill. So what you'll notice here is we have the players. Sophia right now is feeding Allison. Allison's having a chance to make a good catch. She's making a good move. We have a cone there. She's making a good move to goal, and then she's changing up her shots. Again, as you can see, this also works on your endurance. If you do this drill for 10 minutes, you have basically been doing a 10-minute run. So this is a great way to do some drills that also incorporates some running and some movement, but still keeps a safe distance apart from what you're doing. You'll notice that they are switching hands, they're switching up their dodges, and they're switching up their shots so that all of these things are happening at once. They're also working on the accuracy of their feeds. When you are feeding someone, we talked a lot about being dangerous and catching the ball to triple threat. If you make a pass and your partner has to catch it way out here, they cannot shoot. They are not dangerous, they are not a threat. So you'll notice that both of them are working on their passes, hitting the target so that their partner can make the catch and immediately decide what they're going to do. If they're ready to make a dodge, if they need to make another pass, if they're ready to take a quick stick shot. All of that is fine for them to do because the person who was throwing it, the feeder, made a great pass right to triple threat position. Another drill that we wanted to talk about is we wanted to focus on some things that you can do defensively on your own. So you'll notice here that Allison and Sophia are working on their defensive stance. They're both getting very low. You do not play defense standing up. They're both low and their hands are out. In girls lacrosse, your stick needs to be between 10 and 2. As soon as you flatten your stick, you're going to get called. So you want your hands up and out. You want them in between 10 and 2, you want to be low, and you're shuffling. You'll notice that neither girl is crossing their feet while they are doing this. They're keeping their stance low and their feet are not crossing. When you cross your feet, there's a chance you will trip and fall, and also it's an easy time for the defense to beat you if you cross your feet. You'll notice the agility that they're getting doing this. If you do this for 10 minutes, it will burn out your legs. Both of these girls have very good endurance, and after they do it, they're sprinting back so that they can get started. The more exhausted they get, the more they're really going to have to focus on that form, which is great practice for a game. The more tired you are defensively, the easier it is for you to make a mistake and the offense to beat you. So you need to do this until you're exhausted and then keep doing it. Because what that will do is build up your endurance and also teach you to be mentally tough so that when you are tired in a game, your defensive stance stays on point. All right, so this next drill that we're going to work on is a drill that I really like because there's a lot of interesting points in the details that you need to pay attention to. This is a simple triangle passing drill. Sophia up top is going to be our feeder. Sophia is right-handed, Allison is left-handed, and you're going to notice that both of them are using both hands. It's important to notice that you're pretending that the cones are defenders. Both girls are going to always think about which hand they should use for their catching and their throwing so that it is less likely that their ball will be intercepted. So girls, go ahead and get started. And you'll notice that Allison pops to the outside, and every time her outside hand is up. Sophia at the top is using that cone as a defender. She's stepping around the cone and again passing around that defender so that she and Allison are increasing their odds that they will make a successful pass and catch without it being intercepted. This is another drill that again works wonderfully for you to do with a partner. If you want to do it individually, you can do this against the wall. So Allison would be setting up those cones, the wall would be where Sophia is, and Allison would be running back and forth pretending that there's a defender there and she's always catching to the outside. You'll notice that the girls are starting to get a little bit out of breath. This is another great endurance drill, and the longer you do it and the more tired you get, the better your skills will be in a game. When you start to get a little bit fatigued, you will be able to make these great catches and these great throws, and also be able to think about where your defense is and where you should hold your stick to increase your odds of making great plays when you're fresh and also when you're tired. All right, so thank you very much for watching all of these drills. One of the main things we want to say is a great thing to do is just get some balls and go out and shoot around and have a great time. The best advice I was ever given when I was about Sophia and Allison's age and at the age of a lot of my Shooting Stars players is I was told that when you go out and play, you walk on the field doing that because you love the sport, and when you leave, walk off loving it just as much. Don't play until you're exhausted. Keep playing while you're having a great time and walk off and think, I love this sport. And Sophia and Allison are great examples of two players who love this sport. So thank you very much for watching.